Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Toasted and today we're going to be looking at the subreddit r/CuratedTumblr. Personally, I love looking through stuff like this because it's specifically the good posts. Like whenever I scroll through Tumblr, I never quite know what I'm going to find because it's just a bunch of posts from random people, including people I don't follow. So I never know what I'm really gonna look for. I love stuff like this. I love the videos by PM Seymour and people like them who's just curated posts that are banger after banger. So I'm really excited to take a look into this. I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. I hope you enjoy. Good thing this was an Anon. Anonymous asked, "Did you have a good Spotify Wrapped?" I didn't. During private times, I would listen to a pathetic moaning anime boy audio that is disgusting, but now it's my number 3 in yearly listens, and I don't know what to do. What would you do in my situation? My friends are asking for my Wrapped. I think this is my favorite Anon I've ever received, actually. That is such an unfortunate situation. I'm so sorry. My first thing is, you kind of brought this upon yourself. Like, it's private time for a reason. I don't know why you were finding all that stuff on Spotify when you know that Spotify Wrapped is a thing, but like, no, I'm not judging. It's just you kind of put yourself into this situation. Stuff like that, if you don't want to share it, because I'm sure there are plenty of people who are perfectly fine with sharing stuff like that. If you don't want to share it, maybe don't listen to it on a place that tracks stuff like that, especially if you're going to listen to it that often. Yeah, kind of brought this upon yourself. Percy Jackson, the Olympians / Heroes of Olympus. Therapy for Mother Earth. We need to talk more about Piper sleeping Gaia. I mean, this girl literally just told her that men are disgusting and to escape their evil, she had to sleep. Only with that, she managed to sleep the fucking Mother Earth. A therapy session and voila, no more chaos. I just know that one day Piper will be a good psychologist. To be honest, this girl deserves a lot more love from this fandom. I agree. I remember I've read almost all of Rick Riordan's books. I love the Percy Jackson series. I love the Heroes of Olympus series, King Chronicles, Magnus Chase. This is wild that Piper was able to just sweet talk Mother Earth into falling back asleep. Because if I remember correctly, the enemy's enemy, I say enemy because that's the best way I can describe them. The enemy's plan was to wake up Gaia so that way they could basically just destroy everything and then screw over the gods. And Piper really just went, don't worry about them. Just go back to sleep. Don't worry about men. Like, what the heck? That's wild. I mean, I know she had that special ability. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like just sweet talking your way out of everything. So yeah, honestly, Piper's awesome. I love Piper. Alex, the character Alex from the Magnus Chase series is honestly what started my gender awakening because my name was Alex. I changed my name since then, but my name was Alex, and I was reading that. I'm like, I'm relating to this gender fluid character a lot more than I thought I should. And that just kind of started me down the rabbit hole. Like, I love Rick Riordan stuff. It's awesome. It's 2 a.m. and I'm too tired to think of a Blaze / Firefox pun. Firefox official. Anonymous asked, what the fuck? How do you not get fired after posting about taking edibles? Like, is Mozilla just that cool, or they can't fire me? I think that's really funny. You see, this is what I love about Tumblr. It's just how unhinged everything. Like, it's wild. Like, brands, if there are brands on here, they're the cool brands. Like, they don't care. Like, if I remember correctly, Neil Gaiman's on Tumblr a lot. That's wild. It's just all the cool people. A lot of the cool people are on Tumblr, including the cool brands that just know how to have a good time. Like, apparently Firefox. And, what was it? Denny's official is also on Tumblr, and that's a great Tumblr thing to look at. I love it. Brands can just be so cool when they're given the chance. High standards. How do you compare to an eel? You? Eel. The aquarium said that you are nothing compared to an eel. Tag, what's a king to an eel? True. Dude, eels are so weird. They're like sea snakes. Like, they just slither around in the water. Like, it's wild. Like, especially like electric eels too. Dude, they're just like batteries that slither through the water like snakes. Like, eels are wild. like a moray eel with all their teeth too. Like, why? They're so interesting to me, but also like it's wild that they can do what they do. Eels are just wild little sea snakes. Sorry, officer, but I have to report a case of manslaughter. Eldritch Cat Possum Amalgam asked, sorry, I thought you were short. I am 5 feet. That's gotta be tall somewhere. The Shire. Brutal. Dude, the Shire. How tall are the hobbits? Wait, how tall are the hobbits? I spelled hobbits wrong. Hobbits are between 2 to 4 feet tall. So yeah, you would be tall in the Shire. Congratulations, you would be tall in the Shire. Anywhere else though, not quite. I had a friend that graduated, but I had a friend that was, if I remember correctly, 4'11", and he was a senior. He was 4'11" as a senior in high school, and we were putting on a his last band performance, and the band director had all of the seniors stand up as he called out their names. So that way they could get recognition because it was their last concert. And this small guy was playing the contrabass clarinet, which is the largest clarinet there is. And it was about twice his height. So he had to sit on a stool to reach the mouthpiece. And whenever the band director called his name to stand up, he had to stand up on the rungs of the stool, because if he stepped off the stool to stand up, his height would go down. It was so funny because like we all laughed a little bit with him, because like he was laughing too as he realized, wait, I need to stand on the rungs of the stool in order to actually change height up instead of down. And it was really funny. That guy was so cool. Ashton was awesome. None of y'all are OSHA certified. I don't know very much about myself, but one thing I'm sure of is that I cannot be trusted to use a nail gun responsibly. False. There is no wrong way to use a nail gun. If it puts a nail in something with a cool ka-thunk noise, then you have won at nail guns. End of story. Sometimes screaming may follow the cool ka-thunk noise, but that is largely irrelevant to the fact that you have already won at nail guns and should collect your prize of more nails for your awesome nail gun. 2 things I'm sure of are that I cannot be trusted to use a nail gun properly, and neither can Tumblr user AR Boreal Gargoyle. When my dad did my mama's roof, he and employee would shoot nails at the mailbox and see who could hit it. Please do not do that. Now this post is something else. Nail guns are cool. Nail guns are cool. I personally have never used one, but they seem pretty cool. Just that I've heard the sound they make, the ka-thunk sound. It's a nice little... I'm sorry, I probably did that wrong, but like, you know what I mean. It's a nice sound. I love the sound. It seems like it'd be satisfying for like physical feedback too, because it's like a... So yeah, they seem like they'd be very fun to use. I do not trust myself to use them responsibly either. 1, because again, I've never used them, and 2, because I've never had to work with wood, and I would rather, as a STEM student at high school, I have only worked with cardboard, duct tape, and hot glue. So I do not trust myself to use a nail gun. By this logic, we wouldn't have any sports. Thing is, there are some drag shows that kids shouldn't be at. Hell, I've performed in some drag shows that specifically don't allow anyone under 19, usually in bars, and that's okay. Drag is a wide spectrum of art, and sometimes the performances are fun and colorful and designed to be appropriate for kids, like drag storytime, which I've also done. And sometimes they're meant to be seen only by adults. That doesn't make them inherently harmful to children any more than other art forms. Movies, music, shows, books, all of these things have similar kid-friendly and not kid-friendly designations. The fact that they are being attacked is simply due to homophobia and transphobia and nothing else. I completely agree. I personally have a friend, at least one friend, that regularly goes to drag shows because they appreciate the art. It's very freeing to see people expressing themselves in that way and feeling confident enough to show it off to everybody else. And people trying to take that away because they believe that people expressing themselves in that certain way is not appropriate for children. I agree. Again, like this post says, there are some circumstances, like if it's a drag show that's being performed at a bar, or like a drag show that is specifically promoting that something's not for children. But like drag story time, where it's literally just the same thing as regular story time, but with a flamboyantly dressed person in drag, like that shouldn't be an issue. There's no difference between that and like a teacher reading a story to the class. I don't understand the thoughts of some people just because, I don't know. It's just annoying. It's just annoying. It's just annoying. Thank you all for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, curated Tumblr posts are my favorite types of things to go through because you'll never know what you find. There's just so many things. I'm sorry if the energy of today's video didn't quite match up with some of the rest. I've been going through some personal stuff recently, and it's made it really hard to get the energy to do this, but I managed to find the energy this time, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Again, I know everybody says this, but I would really appreciate it. It helps it out in the algorithm. And I will see you next time. Bye!